Hello and welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us at another of our AcQuum Insight sessions. My name is Leon Bourke and I'm a director here at AcQuum Consulting. In today's session, I'm going to provide you with an update from our recent Infor SunSystems Partner Summit held in Ho Chi Minh City in March. It's an annual event that Infor puts on. They showcase the product roadmap, enablement programs for partners, and they show us also third-party solution offerings that are out in the market as well. So initially, what I'll do is I'll take you through the roadmap for the next year and a half or so. And then what I want to do is I want to flip from the partner event over to a short video. And I want to show you a product called Sysynkt. We think you're going to like it. It fills a gap in the marketplace, a little bit like a PA product. So there's a bunch of different solutions in that we think that you'll quite like. So I look forward to showing you that. Today I'm presenting from Melbourne, located on the lands of the Wurundjeri First Nations people. The Wurundjeri have lived here on these lands continuously for 40,000 years. I want to thank the First Nations people in all the lands for their care of those lands, those waters and the animals, and I pay tribute to their elders, past, present and emerging. Okay, as I said, I'm going to take you through the updates from the Ho Chi Minh City SunSystems partner event. As a second point, I'm going to take you through a SunSystems product advisory board initiative that AcQuum's participating in. And then we'll take you through a short video of Sysynkt. We'll finish up with some questions and answers, and that whole thing should take about 15 to 20 minutes. There's quite a lot of information in this pack. So the pack's got 7 or 8 slides, all jam-packed with features that are coming up in the product. So I just wanted to sort of summarise that up, take that up to this level, and just look, honestly, if you feel there's too much information, you want to reach out either in this event or after the event, please do. It's just there to promote conversation and discussion within the ecosystem. So please do feel free to make contact afterwards if you would like. Key takeaways from the event for me were that the first one is that Infor is putting their next generation of SunSystems Cloud into the Sydney data centre, the AWS data centre, in the middle of the year. So that's a great thing for our clients who want to have their data in Australia, whether it be for legal reasons or just that they want their data in Australia. So that's probably the biggest tick I got from the conference. Secondly, Infor is focusing more on the cloud these days. So Infor has an engine, a wrapper called Infor OS that you get when you go and purchase SunSystems Cloud or EPM Cloud. That's jam-packed full of tools. So it's got approvals, it's got workflows, it's got Infor document management, it's got widgets, it's got all these things that wrap around the Sun product now. So they are definitely focusing on cloud. That's something that they said at the conference. And this update, this session, focuses on those cloud updates. When we talk about cloud, what we're talking about is from an update perspective, Infor will do all those updates. There's no updates that you need to do in an upgrade process anymore. It's full software as a service, so full SaaS software. And Infor, the SunSystems business unit, what they do is they will update that the product with new features twice yearly. Once in April, then again in October. So I'm going to take you through the 2024 updates. Just know that as soon as they deploy it, you've got access to those new features that are deployed twice yearly. And then the bottom right corner, what you will find with this cloud world is that there'll be more features accessible to you. So there'll be more features accessible to you. There'll be greater connections with third-party solutions such as Professional Advantage and Sysynkt, and there's another one I'm going to overview today, which is called Use. But you'll see more of those things coming up that will allow you to fill any gaps in your solutions that you might see. And just one point as we go through, if you have any questions that you want to type into the Q&A, please do. Please add those questions into the Q&A within Teams, and what we'll do is we'll cover off those at the end. We'll also unmute the microphones at the end of the presentation, and if you'd prefer to ask those audibly, yeah, just ask those questions then. This slide here shows it's the first of a few slides that highlight the updates that are coming in this April release of the SunSystems Cloud. That SunSystems Cloud is currently tenanted. This version is tenanted in London, and this is the one we're saying will come to Australia mid-year. So the first thing to note is on languages. So Infor has always been a global product. Infor SunSystems has always been a global product. When they first released the new edition of the SunSystems Cloud, they released it in English. And now what they're doing is they're starting to fill out those languages. And there's a few slides where they talk about languages, but in the April release, Chinese Simplified, French, and Spanish comes into the cloud. The second point there is on Infor OS dashboards. So what Infor are doing is they are building out dashboards that line up with the security settings in Sun. So when you first log into the Infor environment, what you do is you get taken through to the Portal 2 area, and that Portal 2 area will have dashboards that relate to different roles within the organisation. So a financial controller will see certain dashboards and information that they can action. An accounts payable clerk will see different information as they log into Portal 2. So those dashboards are new in the product, and they should make time to decision making quicker in the process. That's what those dashboards related to roles are for. The third point, bottom left quadrant, is Q&A Online. So Q&A Online is you've now got desktop Q&A. So desktop Q&A operates over Excel, Office 365 on a desktop version. In April, what Infor is doing is they're releasing an online version that you can just download from the Microsoft Store. It comes in at about $400 per seat, and that's Australian. And what you'll be able to do is you will be able to run summary links, reference links, detail reports, and summary reports. So you'll be able to extract that information. You'll be able to drill down through to transactions from there. What you won't be able to do is you won't be able to build reports. It's like a view-only tool in the product, but that'll be available from this release. I talk about this release in April. It'll be in that sort of towards the end of April. But Q&A Online, that's something we're looking forward to seeing. It's going to be good for those lightweight users of Excel, of Q&A Excel, and it'll allow you to use it from a tablet. So you'll be able to just jump into Excel Online and go and view your reports from there. So it should make it more portable. Bottom right, we're talking about cloud-to-cloud integration here from SunSystems to EPM. So up to now, in our cloud environments and our on-prem environments with SunSystems and Infor EPM, what we've done is we've built the integration. So AcQuum's gone and built that integration between the two products. And what Infor are now doing is they're catching up, I guess, and they're putting together the integration piece from SunSystems across to the Dud Lake and then up to EPM. In the same way that we do, but they're productizing that, I suppose, would be the word. So that's the first of the slides for April. The second slide here for the April release focuses on a couple of products. So recurring invoices is suited to those organisations who have a recurring billing cycle. They have overarching contracts that sit over the invoicing cycle and their customers. And then what they have is they have a recurring cycle that follows similar same rules all the time. So recurring invoices is good for those sort of organisations, and it should allow organisations to reduce the amount of revenue leakage they have in their billing cycle just by having the system look after those recurrent invoices. The second point there is around banking APIs. Professional Advantage, as we all know, is a a long-term and extremely important partner within the Infor SunSystems ecosystem. At the partner event, Professional Advantage went and demonstrated B4B, so the payment process through B4B, sitting alongside SunSystems Cloud. So B4B is being brought up to the cloud, and it'll be available from the April release in the multi-tenant cloud, this next generation SunSystems Cloud. And then PA, Professional Advantage, also signalled at the event that they will be looking at the bank reconciliation application, look at building out that application in cloud from about July, August. So that'll be an update for a later one in the year, I would think. Okay, moving on to purchase to payment headline. So what Infor has done is they've brought on a partner organisation called Use. Use is head office in Paris. And the product Use itself is, if you imagine a cloud-ready PA IPOS, I think that's a fair comparison. So imagine the product that handles all of your requisitioning through purchase orders, goods receiving, invoice matching, and then shooting that file, the actual transaction file, approved, ready for payment to SunSystems. So when you purchase Use, you purchase it under Infor paperwork. It's not a third party. It's not a third party contract. It'll be contracted under Infor. One of the nice things I liked about the connector with Use that was demonstrated at the conference was that you've got if you imagine the purchase invoice entry screen, and what you have is a supplier invoice in Use. What you do is you scan the supplier invoice in. It's got OCR capability to read the invoice, and then what happens is that invoice document when it integrates to SunSystems, the document, so the actual scanned invoice, comes across to SunSystems. And it travels with that transaction, so that the transaction, when you go and do an account inquiry within SunSystems, what you'll see next to the transaction will be the scanned image. So it's a good way to eyeball that supplier invoice from within SunSystems. So that was a nice little feature. Okay, so that covers off the April release. There's quite a bit in there. So if there's anything that you want to find out about, just let us know. And just bear in mind that this video, the recording, will go onto our website, so you'll be able to see listen to me babbling on through the website as well. So let's move on to the April release. The October release, away from April. And these are the things that Infor have in mind for the October release, that second release in 2024. Firstly, languages expanding again. So the language pack expands. So that's something that they are going to continue to do to get that global footprint. And then what we have is UK and French compliance things that Infor needs to put back into the product. So there's UK making tax digital, and then there's French compliance reporting as well. Bottom left of the screen is something that will be of interest to everyone. Within the latest version of Q&A over the SunSystems Cloud, Infor is bringing back into the product, because it used to be there quite some time ago. It's going to bring back Q&A report scheduler. So you will be able to, and it is enhanced as well. So you'll be able to schedule a report to go and publish to Infor Document Management. Infor Document Management will look after all the security, but your end users will be able to go and access their reports, the Q&A reports from IDM, Infor Document Management. In addition to that, what Infor is doing is they are allowing you, or the functionality will be there, so that you can burst and email Q&A reports out from Q&A Excel. So that's something that's going to be greeted pretty with open arms, I would say. And then we look to beyond 2024. And I just will say that for the things that we're showing, these are just the highlights. So there are more things that Infor are doing. They're doing things around security, around the ISO 27001 compliance, and others as well. So yeah, just please do reach out if you have any questions. Looking out into next year and beyond, what Infor is cooking up are these items and others as well. So top left is SunSystems budgeting. You may remember a product called Vision Budget Management, which allowed you to go and organize all your Excel spreadsheets and then import those into SunSystems. What Infor is doing with this version of the product is, or with SunSystems budgeting, is they're bringing back a budgeting solution for organizations that don't have the complexity that requires Infor EPM. So it's going to be a lighter touch budgeting solution that we see in the product, and that then provides our customers with options, whether it be a SunSystems budgeting option or an Infor EPM option. Okay, the second point there, Q&A IDM upload. What that is you'll be able to take your Excel journal or ledger import templates, and you'll be able to send them up into Infor document management. And from there, what we can do is we can set up workflows which allow review and approval of those Excel templates before they go into Sun. So it's just getting that that audit trail more transparent over spreadsheets. API first. So API first is Infor's commitment to building out solutions that can connect upstream and downstream to other systems. So it's an absolute mantra within the development area of Infor, the Infor SunSystems business unit, that you can connect easily with other applications. We've always been able to do that with on-premise solutions, and this has been that mantra is being brought up into the cloud. Supplier onboarding. So everyone wants a more transparent supplier onboarding process. Infor is hearing that, and they are working on improving that process so that it's just a more robust and strengthened supplier onboarding process. Electronic invoicing. Various countries mandate electronic invoicing. Infor is committed to bringing that into the product. OCR. So when we talk about OCR, the most applicable one to us as accountants is probably the scanning of supplier invoices and the automated reading of those invoices, so that you can you don't have to have someone keying in the invoice information all the time. It just happens. It just integrates into SunSystems once you scan that document in. I've mentioned that third-party application. They have OCR capability. In the future, like going out through looking into next year and beyond, Infor will be adopting the Infor OS capability around OCR. So that will come into the product. So that's something to look forward to as well. Q&A analytics. When Infor talks about Q&A analytics, they're talking about needing to do more than just run or surface reports within Excel. So they talk about having another Q&A analytics area where you can surface and create charts and all those things that like the Power BIs and the Tableaus and the Clicks of the world do. So having a strengthened and stronger Q&A analytics option for you all. Bottom right, yeah, more language stuff. So Infor is continuing that. All right, so we've been through the roadmap for 2024 and beyond. In parallel to that, there's what we have in the ecosystem. We have a SunSystems Product Advisory Board in play. So the SunSystems Product Advisory Board is made up of the executives from Infor SunSystems, from their business unit within Infor. So there's the head. So there's Andrew Newman, there's head of technology or tech, being Chris Moore, and Tarek Hawa, who's the product manager, as well as Alan Gleason and Rita Mystery, who make up the sales area of that business unit. they're in there, and there's another 5 or 6 partners that are also on the product advisory board. So what we bring to the party, and AcQuum is one of those. So there's about 90 partners in the SunSystems ecosystem, and there's 5 or 6 on the board. AcQuum is one of them, so we're pretty proud of that. What the partners bring to the conversation is your stories. So the stories from our customers and things that our customers want in the product to enhance their experience with SunSystems. Last year, what we did was we went out to the partner, so the board went out to the partner community. We went out to 16 partners. We sent a survey to them, and we said to them, what would allow you to grow or help you functionally grow your SunSystems business to bring in more sales of SunSystems? We got 75 responses back from those 16 partners, and I will add, we also sent that through to key people within Infor. From the 75 responses, what we got was the list on the right. So these are the top 5 ranked responses. So I think the thing I want to highlight here is that some of these things here are being mirrored. They're being mirrored by the development team with those roadmap items that I showed you, by and large. So Infor is listening to the community and putting those into the roadmap, those things. The number one thing that we got back in this survey was that people want better interactions with their banks. So people want a better experience around BankRec, around Reconciliation Manager. People want a better experience and a more modern approach to doing payments within SunSystems. So that was the number 1 ranked item. Second came in with the second. Second was reporting and inquiries. So people want stronger EPM connections and integration, which Infor is looking at. And they also want strengthened and enhanced reporting out of the core product, out of the core SunSystems product, in addition to what Infor is doing with Q&A. Ranked number 3 was the user experience, or the user interface and navigation within the product. So Infor knows that in a competitive environment, you've got to keep improving and modernising that user interface. So Infor is aware of it, and the community just reinforced that as being the 3rd ranked item of improvement that they sought. Coming in at number 4 was OCR. So this has been, we've touched on this with third-party applications, and Infor have recognised that in their post-2024 deliverables for the roadmap. So that's good. A little bit surprisingly, number 5, the 5th ranked item that the partner community wants is to see improvements in account allocation and transaction matching. So we all see the value of those functions within the ledger module, and what we want to see is further improvements in the functionality of them. So that's just a little update from the product advisory board. Now, I mentioned earlier about Sysynkt. So Sysynkt is a third-party player, if you like, vendor in the SunSystems market, and fairly recently into the market too. So what we wanted to do was show you a quick video of what Sysynkt is and does. We think you'll like it. It looks pretty good to us. So let's have a squeeze of that.
Finance systems shouldn't be tethered to the ground, so we created Sysynkt. As an independent software house, we've combined the experience of a team of SunSystems consultants to bring new web technologies, features, and functionality expected by customers today. Supercharge your workflow with seamless integration to SunSystems and introduce a suite of truly cloud-based features and workflows for your organization. Sysynkt is born in the cloud. It's API first, and it's not a port of an existing product. Bring your systems together onto any device to request, approve, reconcile, report, and integrate, all from the palm of your hand. Proudly the first and only open banking solution for SunSystems in the world, Sysynkt Banking future-proofs bank integrations with connections to over 2,000 financial institutions. Link your ledger to live bank and credit card feeds to download transactions in real time. Then intelligently match, reconcile, and create payments and distribute remittances. Real-time integration to SunSystems means duplicates are automatically detected, business rules are applied, and different accounting treatments handled. Using our clean and intuitive web interface, purchase invoices are processed by our AI-assisted document recognition engine to intelligently extract data and to match it to suppliers, orders, and pre-populating fields and values. Our supplier portal and onboarding module, combined with three-way matching with purchase orders, completes the end-to-end procurement cycle. Our truly dynamic workflow builder means you can have unlimited levels of approval, routing, and notifications, leveraging not just SunSystems data, but data from your other enterprise systems too. Capture expense receipts on your phone, and our AI system will extract and categorize them. Tag expenses and mileage for recharge, and bill it on via our sales and service module. Code and route it for approval following your business expense policy rules. With unlimited user licenses, Sysynkt has live customers on SunSystems multi-tenant cloud, single-tenant cloud, on-premise, and in private clouds. Hello, Sun. Let's do cloud.
Okay, so that's Sysynkt. Now, I'll stop sharing my screen now and move on to the next part of the session. So what we'll do is we'll move on to question and answers. So if there are any questions that you have, please, Ryan, if you could make sure that the lines are unmuted, and I'll just check the Q&A as well.
Yeah, I have one, Leon.
Yes, great.
Just when you were talking about that use,
Yep.
and it can integrate with SunSystems, can that integrate with IPOS as well?
Yeah, it's probably a like for like with IPOS, Craig. So it's probably uses it handles the rec to payment or the rec to invoice match cycle. So I'll catch up with you offline, but I would think that they're sort of parallel products.
Yeah. Okay. So what we would want to do is like scan an invoice and have that match to a requisition in IPOS.
Yes. Okay. No, I understand what you're saying. So you're looking for just the OCR component of the purchasing cycle then? Yeah. Okay. Let's catch up, because I think that because Use is a product which is it's across a whole different a number of use cases. Use. I meant use as in USE. So there's a lot of things that it will do. So there may just be a module within a larger solution that we could look at for you there, Craig. Yep. Let's talk.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Anyone else got any questions? Q&A, yeah, okay, Ryan. So yes, it is. So Q&A online is $400 Australian per seat per year. Yeah, that's right. So it's a SaaS cost. Yeah. Okay, well, if there's no further questions, I do thank you all for coming along and supporting these sessions. That we really appreciate it. So thanks for coming along. Keep an eye on the socials. So we post things on LinkedIn predominantly, so that with any updates, any tips and tricks, and any product updates as well. So keep an eye on those. And everyone, have a great day, rest of the day. Thank you. Thanks heaps. Bye.